Well, hello and welcome back, everybody. We are so glad to have you join us live tonight. But as usual, we always record these SC1 factory calls and we upload them to the Team Freedom Reigns YouTube channel. That is where you can go and find the recordings to rewatch for yourself or to share with someone else that you know needs to see this information. Plus, it's a great third-party validation tool to be able to use as part of your ITT system when you're talking to people that you want to invite to the business and they want to see what the team looks like, right? So welcome, welcome. So glad that you're here with us. Super excited about the call tonight. Dr. Dondee is going to be hopping on and he is going to be taking the lead on it when he gets here. And we're going to be talking about the December ignition tonight and basically throughout the rest of this month, throughout the rest of this year, right? Because we have one last chance to really make 2025 mean something really, really big. Okay, so first of all, when we're looking at this, as you can see, that action is greater than anxiety. What does that mean? It means that when you feel anxious, it means that you need to go and face whatever you're anxious about and do something about it. So if you are anxious about maybe making those invitations, the more you invite people, the less anxious you're going to feel. So action always trumps out anxiety. And then if you're one of those that always has a reason why, let's just call them what they are. Reasons are truly excuses that are keeping you from doing what you should be doing, right? Because each and every one of us can come up with a reason why we aren't doing something. But in reality, it's an excuse that's keeping us away from our goals. So what is the remedy to excuses? It's motion. Again, taking action, moving forward, taking one step at a time to be able to move towards the goals that you have. And like I said, when we first got started here, we have just a short time left in 2025 before 2026 is going to be coming and knocking on that door and is not going to, you can't refuse opening it, right? It's going to be here. And so when you're looking at the anxiety or fear that you're having, or maybe the reasons / excuses that you're making, once you do the things that you need to do and start feeling some momentum in your business, in your invites, in the responses that you're getting, that is going to trump everything else that can get in your way. And when I'm talking about things getting in your way, gosh, Kate, my daughter, and I, we had a plan. We had a plan that I was going to come down here this Thursday in the afternoon so that I could be here in time to be able to help her prepare for a planned gallbladder surgery that she had to have removed. Well, she had an appointment for Friday. Sunday morning, super early, I get a call and she is in a panic that is fear. And it's also pain, right? Emergency gallbladder surgery happened on Sunday, so I was able to get down here to be able to help with her 3-month-old baby. So the first time they've been separated for 24 hours. And, so that was hard. And it was something that was really getting in the way of stuff I had planned out to do before I went, because life is always going to life and life is always going to happen. Well, we get her home yesterday at about 2:30 in the afternoon. And by 7 o'clock that night, we're back in the emergency room with her 3-month-old baby that is projectile vomiting. We're there until 3:30 this morning. Guys, I have every reason or excuse in the book to have not showed up for my school classes today, to have not showed up to this call today. But guess what? I want momentum. I want to get to where we are confident and have that stability and everything that we see possible coming from this opportunity. But it is not in allowing anxiety or fear to stop me or excuses or reasons to keep me back. It's a matter of taking that momentum and doing everything that we need to do to be able to make everything else kind of fade off into the background, right? And so this is the final month of 2025. What have you decided you're going to do with it? Have you decided? If not, tonight is the night. Whether you make a decision on the call tonight or whether you sit with yourself for a few minutes afterwards and make a final decision. This month is going to pass by just like the rest of the year has. And if you don't decide today, those days are going to be gone and you will have not made it any closer to what you want to have happen in your life, in your physicality, in your business, and in your dreams, okay? This is the month that really shapes the entire 2026, because how you close out 2025 is how you're going to roll into 2026. And if you're waiting till January 1st to get started, you are already behind the 8 ball. That's why so many people that set New Year's resolutions have already quit by January 26th. It's because they wait until January 1st to get started. But if you get started right now, doing all of the right things, it's going to roll you into some momentum that's going to make everything that has deterred you previously fade away, and you'll move into 2026 with more movement in your business than what you've seen previously or up until now, because it is time right now to make that decision. So let's actively fire up your SC1 factory. And as each one of you makes that decision to fire up your SC1 factory, the Team Freedom Reigns SC1 factory is going to be on a roll moving into 2026. So we're super, super excited about that. Now, I'm not seeing Dondee on here yet, so I hope he's not having issues again. All right, so let's talk about 200 SV. Sales volume is what SC stands for. Sales volume is attached to every single one of the products we have to offer, right? Each product has its own sales volume. It is not the amount that you pay for it. It is the sales volume that you get paid commissions on, right? And so if we just break things down simply, first of all, decide what was your goal for 2025? How far away are you from that? Write that number down. And then what I want you to do is I want you to divide it by 200 SV. So like if you need 1,000 in new sales volume in your business to hit that next rank or to hit the goal or the incentive or whatever it is, write that down and then divide it by 200. Okay, just like every rank is divisible by an SC1, 2,000 in sales volume, your goals can also be divisive by 200 in sales volume when we're talking about individual customers, individual consultants that you invite to join your team, okay? So let's just focus for the rest of the year to really break down this goal that we have by 200 in sales volume, okay? Oh, good. Dondee, you're here. Do you want to unmute and do you want to take over here? Ask you to unmute.
There we go.
Hello. From his car. He just got out of work, so he's going to be here training from his car. So you just let me know when you want me to advance the slides.
Okay, did you already finish that slide?
Nope, just getting started. Just talked about the 200 sales volume chunks, so you can move into the One Healthy Edge pack.
Okay, what bullet point are you on? Sorry.
Very first.
Okay, so the health, I got to realize that I'm looking over here too, so I'm not reading as much as possible. So the Healthy Edge pack, 200 SV for a consultant. They gave us that for typically 160, but they gave us that so we can help enroll consultants, make it easier, but focus on that because the thing about the 200 SV is, and I'm not sure what Marci already went over, but SC1 factory is what we're all about. SC1 factory is divisible by 200. 10 people at 200 gives you the SC1 factory. So focusing on that in chunks is very, very important here. And it's a very easy number and nice math. So, and then one new consultant is a win. The key here is, especially if you're new, or especially for a brand new consultant coming on your team, an early win is very, very important for the longevity of that person's business. And getting a new consultant or a new customer, a new enrollment really is a win. And one win increases belief in themselves. And remember when we talked about belief before, what is it? Belief in the industry, belief in the products, belief in the company, belief in network marketing as an industry, and most importantly, belief in yourself. And so a new enrollment, whether it's a customer, whether it's a consultant, establishes belief. And then when one win increases belief increases speed. Because it's like, well, okay, I know what it took to do that. Let me do that over and over and get another one and then another one. And then belief increasing speed increases duplication. And this Duplication is what network marketing is made of. It's what the people who rank advanced and the people that are successful in network marketing, none of them do it without duplication. It's the most important variable. And then duplication increases volume and extra cash. As you look at the income disclosure statement, if you're familiar with that, all of that happens because of duplication. So make it a goal to get extra volume, extra cash by enrolling 3 new consultants with 200 SV and earn $200. There's no limit to that. Do it over and over and over. And as we're going to close out tonight with the Activate 90 promotion, it's going to be super nice math to plug into that. And there's some really cool promos that come, or really cool tips that are really cool things that come along with that. Go ahead, next slide, Marci.
Yeah, so before you move on though, I just want to clarify on that enroll 3 with 200 SV, you will get $200 extra in commission for every set of 3 new consultants with 200 SV, and it's through the end of December. So this is the last month for that era incentive. So let's make sure we're taking advantage of that.
Absolutely. So the Mastering the Blueprint with ITT. So ITT, it's always been the situation. It's how network marketing teams are built, and it's the master blueprint of how this whole thing works. And it wins big in December. So your invite, tool, team, invitations create conversations. Nothing happens in your business unless there's conversations going on, and conversations create customers. Customers create volume. And I can't remember the statistic that Skylar shared with us when we were in South Dakota recently, but it was the percentage of people that when they start out of customer, or what percentage of consultants actually started out as customers, and it's over 50%. It was a pretty monumental number, and I wish I want to get that stat because it's very important. So I remember when I first got enrolled in LifeVantage 16 years ago, if you enrolled a customer, you were a failure, because we were focusing on, we called them distributors then. And so how many distributors did you sign up? It's like, oh, I didn't sign up any, but I got 2 customers. Like, what did you do wrong? And that was kind of the belief. Well, the answer, we didn't do anything wrong. We were just led to believe in a different model. Well, the industry has changed and our compensation has changed because the rules have changed. And so an enrollment is an enrollment. Focus on customers, because happy customers, satisfied customers become phenomenal consultants. And so some mini scripts when you're thinking about how to open this conversation. Hey, your name popped into my head because of whatever applies to them, and then share with them your invitation. Have you ever looked into DNA activation? And most people would ask that question, or when getting asked that question, they know what activation, or they know what DNA is, but maybe not activation in the sense of DNA activation. So we'll usually create a no response, which is wonderful. I'd love to share some information with you on that. And so it's a wonderful conversation starter. And then I've got something that helped my gut and energy. Do you want to see a quick video? And right now, especially moving into 2026, one of the biggest things that people are focusing on is their health. And as a result of to lose weight, it's a very, very big resolution that people have, and people can't do it without a healthy gut. And so it's a very, very important part. And in fact, gut health as a search phrase on Google is one of the top 10 right now. And so I found something that helped me earn, I left the word out there, earn extra money for Christmas. And I thought about you because whatever, and just kind of come up with some on your own. These are just some examples on kind of where to go. Make it emotional, make it applicable, make it seasonal, make it something that is applicable to their health, especially if you know that they're going into 2026 and they're looking to lose some weight. Perfect conversation starter. Okay, go ahead, next slide, Marci. So the daily December 5-point action here. So number 1, 5 new invitations. And so if you can do in 5 new invitations, they can come in a text, they can come in a voicemail, they can come in a phone call, they can come in whatever way you want to do it, but try to shoot for 5 new invitations, or what the in parentheses there, 5 new conversations. And you can do it with a text. You can do it however you like. But number 2, 3 follow-ups. So maybe from the 5 that you reached out to the day before, but 3 follow-ups. 5 new invites, 3 follow-ups, and 1 reactivation. So a consultant who hasn't done anything in your business for a while, you call up and just let them know, hey, did you know we purchased another company? We've got this wonderful gut activating product, P84. Have you heard of it? Are you aware of it? Whatever the conversation is, ideally a great way to start a conversation with a consultant that's kind of gone into the witness protection program or has just become a glorified customer is something new information, the Activate 90 promotion, the P84 product, what we're doing going in with gut activation and why it's such a critical thing. And then number 4, 15 minutes strengthening your story. So you should have multiple stories. Have however many of our products you felt something significant on is an individual story. So whatever products that just float your boat and you really, really love them, have a story for each one of them. Maybe your earning story on rank advancement or what you're doing or what your goals and objectives are. If you're at a certain rank and you want something higher, I'm so looking forward to this. But have stories around the issues that are going to attract people, which are going to be product benefits, financial benefits of having their own business, their own home-based business, and then something exciting about the industry or being an entrepreneur, especially to someone who is an employee. One of the biggest things about employees, current employees, is a lot of them they're disgruntled with their bosses, or in fact, just today. So of the probably 35 patients that I saw today, 2 of them got laid off today. And so what a crappy time of year to get laid off, but it's happening. As companies are downsizing, companies are acquiring other companies. There's companies that are growing, there's companies that are downsizing, but employees are affected by it. So have a story around our opportunity, our entrepreneurial home-based business. How would you like to be your own boss? Guess what I talked about with both those people? How'd you like to be your own boss and run a business from home that helps people, especially in the 2 things that people are looking for most going into the new year, which is better finances and better health. Perfect around that. And then number 5, a customer check-in. Check in on a customer. If it's just to thank them, or look at what your customers are purchasing. If there's another product that might be of interest to them, especially if it's Axio, patient or customers that aren't on Axio, it's a great conversation starter. Send them a sample in the mail, or send them a sample if they live close by. Go give them one. So get them on another product that they're not currently taking. Especially with our hand creams, it's another great gift idea and stuff like that. So go ahead, next slide, Marci. So the Healthy Edge Pack, your 200 SV power move. And if you look at the image on the right, that is what happens when you ask ChatGPT to create an image. And I even sent them the picture of our actual image. And as you can see there, they spelled LifeVantage wrong above Protandim, and we have P884 and PhytoPower 1, 2 numbers are combined there. When I did it, it's like, oh, what the heck? I'll just use that as an example of the limitations of ChatGPT if anybody worried about ChatGPT taking their job. But so with this 200 SV power move with the gut, what does it do? Gut, repaired, regulated, reinforced. It's the main 3 reasons why all the other things out there for gut health are not working, because they're not repairing, they're not regulating, they're not reinforcing. They may be giving some prebiotics and some probiotics and some bacterial environment, but they're not doing anything for the other 2 variables inside the gut, which is the cell health themselves and the mucus layer, which most efforts miss, which ours do not. And then energy, clean, activated energy. Inflammation is reduced on this amazing duo over the Healthy Edge stack. Cellular stress is downregulated. One of the things that's very obvious this time of year is how much cellular stress is in everyone. They're not sleeping well, they're achy, they're not moving right, they got crampy joints, they got pain. All of that is because their cellular health has been downregulated because the stress response has been upregulated. So helping with both of those is a great thing. And then everything needed to start a business, with getting involved with a home-based business, that's exactly what people are looking for, especially the people that are tuned into who know the difference between supplementation and DNA maximization, whether they're using activation or not. Most people are focusing on things that are good for their DNA, and activation is the best thing for it. So it's a perfect 200 SV consultant pack, and we love customers. So the key about this, and then obviously the cool thing about having a home-based business is the tax advantages that come along with home-based businesses. I mean, the amount of enrollment in the business, you will probably save 8 or 9 times the amount you spend to become a consultant in tax benefits alone. And so going from your home, if you have another job, your home-based business, job 1, to your real job, job 2, you can write off all that mileage. And I'm not an accountant, but I'm letting you know some of the things you can do. You can write off some of your mortgage or your rent payment based on the square footage of where you have your home office, and all kinds of those tremendous tax benefits in having a home-based business. And so again, customers, happy, satisfied customers that are activated and they're benefiting from their health and it's up leveling, make wonderful consultants. So think about this. If you're going and reactivating a customer, ask them what their financial plans are for 2026. And if they like to up level it a little bit, you've had such great results on the product, would you mind having me show you how to share your results with other people and maybe turn this into a part-time or spare time home-based business? A great conversation starter. Go ahead, next slide, Mars. And anything you want to add in, go ahead and jump in. So kind of take a look at this from now on, a 72-hour ignition challenge. So in the next 72 hours, try to complete one 200 SV chunk in 72 hours, whether that's a combination of customers, whether it's a consultant on the Healthy Edge stack where you get all 200 in one fell swoop. And let's start focusing on ignition, helping people get involved in something that they need and maybe don't know that they need, but will be super grateful after they find out. And a Healthy Edge consultant or a customer with Axio added on to get that 200 SV. And then again, your story in the making, just work on your stories. Stories are super powerful. And with a maximum of about 2 minutes, anywhere between 30 seconds and 2 minutes, depending upon what level of depth you want to go into. But stories are powerful. What do they sell? Facts tell, stories sell. And so the whole thing is what stories get people relating to you. They break down the walls of opposition. They build rapport. So work on your story. And then fast action, fast results. If you condense time into 72 hours of action and go for it and you get results, then just do that over and over and over again. So just a kind of a fast burst of energy over a 3-day period can create great results in your business. Okay, go ahead. Next slide.
One thing I wanted to say here, I love that you're pointing out how important this story is. I think that when we spend time really identifying the benefits that we have experienced from our products, how it's changed our lives. I mean, I have my initial story, right? I believe these products saved my life. And then I've got stories of surgery recovery. I've got stories of doing a half Ironman, riding my bike 56 miles. And this was after our collagen and how much that helped me. There are so many stories, right? Mind, body stories. But when you sit there and you think about the benefits you've personally received and you have a grateful heart, guess what having an attitude of gratitude and a grateful heart does for you? It makes you more attractive. People will want to know more, all because of how you are presenting yourself to them. So really do take this time and just go through and just go back and think about all of the benefits you personally have received, and then be grateful. Be grateful.
Absolutely. And I want to kind of piggyback on that story thing. The story doesn't even have to be your own. And so if you feel that your story is, other people have more, fantastic stories than you, I would say maybe, your own story is very powerful, but you don't have to only use yours. In fact, I saw one today that was very moving for me. I saw Angie Harper. She had a story about her trying to do one pull-up, and that her goal was to do one pull-up. And she was in the gym. You see her working out and getting stronger and stronger, and she's getting closer and closer. And that I just felt so empowered by watching her. I felt so good for her. And it's not my story, it's her story, but I was cheering her on. Literally, I was getting excited about it. And I can't wait to when she actually does her first pullover or pull up, I'm going to give her a call and just go crazy on the phone with her. So use other people's stories too, because that's one of the things that I love about LifeVantage. As a community and as a culture, we have lots and lots and lots of powerful stories. So if it's not your own, borrow someone else's until you and get familiar with that, because there's also another thing about that. If it was Angie's as an example, or somebody else trying something similar, that's very motivational for them. So use other people's stories too. Now you can go to the next. Oh, this is the next slide. So some sample scripts for in this situation, and make one. Look at this as an example. Don't copy it, but this is something that I actually had this conversation. Now it was with a patient, so I didn't love the patient. You can add this in for somebody you love and care about. And I just actually got to know the patient, but she was talking about gut health, and she was talking about food sensitivities and all this stuff. She can't, this is interesting. She has better tolerance for non-organic fruits and vegetables and than she does with healthy, or she has less tolerance, I should say. Organic fruits and vegetables, she doesn't like them. It makes her stomach upset. She can eat a TV dinner or go through the drive-through at Burger King and be just fine, but get her down to have an organic salad and her stomach gets all upset. And I said, think about that. Does that even make common sense based on what you know is good for your body, but your body doesn't do well with it because it's doing well with something else? And so what is that? That is familiarity. You ever heard stranger danger? When you try to teach little kids to stay away from strangers, your gut is having the same response to something totally beneficial for it and healthy. It's stranger danger because, one, your body doesn't have the digestive enzymes to break it down because it hasn't seen something like that. And so you're probably not chewing well. So your stomach is having this response, but it's probably not your fault altogether because of processed foods, fast foods, synthetically modified foods and things of that nature, our body starts to crave what you're giving it. Your body gets familiar with what you're giving it. So does and so especially your stomach. And so as I started to help her understand, I said, well, did you see the CDC report that came out a couple weeks ago? That food sensitivities have increased over 50% since the 1990s. And the main cause of it is gut health or lack of gut health, gut sensitivity. So if we could help your gut get back to what it's supposed to do, and we can get you eating healthy food, that's all going to flip around. And I just saw the light bulb go off in her head. And she goes, yeah, it doesn't really make sense that I can eat crappy food and be just fine, and I eat really healthy food and my stomach doesn't like it. It's because your body's not used to it. So, and I shared that with her. She was completely on board. So if you help somebody get to a point of familiarity and you've got that rapport, then you can introduce the Healthy Edge Stack. And it's like, would you be my customer for, this is a conversation I just had with a fellow colleague, and I'll get back to you on what Dr. Tom said about it, Marci. So would you mind being my customer for 90 days on our Healthy Edge Stack? It helps rebuild your gut and your cells from the DNA level up, and I'd love to walk through the journey with you. And when someone says yes to that, says, is there anybody else that you may know, a brother, a sister, a coworker, that you can do this with and share your own stories while you're going through this process? Because if you can enroll one, guaranteed that person knows another person and they can walk through it together, and you get two for the price of one, maybe even three. Start an office party on the Healthy Edge Stack. All right, Marcy, anything you want to contribute here?
You know what I would say, and we have another one here for the consultants too. What I would say is this is a time to be bold. This is a time to go to those people that you've talked to before and be bold in your ask. It's like, you guys know what your goals are. You know how many 200 SVs you need to be able to get there, right? It's like, go and say, hey, I'd really like to ask you a really big question. This is a bold ask. It's like, I would love for you to be my customer for 90 days. The benefits for you, you're going to get the experience and the benefits from our products activating your body. And for me, you're going to help me achieve a really big goal that I'm running for this month. And you can say it will be a win-win. If you don't see it as being a win for you, that's okay. I completely understand that. And thank you for thinking about it. Yet I would really love to share some information with you so that you know what you're saying yes to. Right? So just get bold. And did you see how I noticed how I phrased that? So that you have more information to see what you're saying yes to, not what you'd be saying no to, right? We want to put the idea of yes into their brain. So just that's what I would say is this is the time to get bold. Step out there and ask. So go ahead, babe, you can move forward here.
I love it. So this is your script here. So I literally can't even see the words.
No worries. I know you're on your phone. So this is the one for the consultant enrollment, the invitation. Now it can start off exactly the same way. Hey, I love you and I care deeply about you and your family. Times are tough for most people find it hard to make ends meet, let alone having money for Christmas. I found something that's really helping me slowly add an additional stream of income into our family. And I thought you might want to know about it. It's all about helping people feel better and what has turned into a way I am helping my family move forward. If I could help show you a way you could make some extra money before the end of the year, would you be open to taking a look at it? The best part, there is a great OJT on, oh, it's supposed to be OT, yeah, on the job, OTJ, sorry. I guess on job training, that'll work too. Team and system that helps you start making money right away. So that's another reason why you don't ever want to just copy and paste something that you see, because you don't know if there's something really messed up in there. So it still works, but still, just the big thing is, guys, is just get out there and start talking to people and ask. Most of the times we sit here and we skirt around things until we get to the point of true anxiety because we just haven't done the deed, right? Just do the deed and just be bold. All right,
the final call to action. Action creates fire, and fire creates leaders. So send 5 new invites before midnight. This is a bold. This is the final, like Marci was saying, be bold. And here's the situation. If you did it through text, you can do it through email. You're not necessarily going to wake somebody up, because I know it's getting late in some parts of the country. And then, so 5 new invites before midnight. Make it a goal. Can you do it? Yeah. If it's do it through text and there's people still in your time zone, have at it. Choose one person for a Healthy Edge intro script, talking about gut health, talking about cell health. Heal the cell, heal the gut, heal the body. And then post your results on the Team Freedom Reigns Facebook page. I'd love to see what you guys are doing there. I'd love to see you celebrate each other. That'd be fantastic. And then your SC1 factory is in full activation, because one of the things that we're going to double down on this in 2026 is building an SC1 factory. 2,000 SV at a time, and SC1 ranks after SC1 ranks after SC1 ranks, because as the comp plan goes up, every single division or every single rank advancement, they're all divisible by 2,000 PV. So your SC1 ranks are going to fit perfectly into that. And so there's your final call to action for this. Action creates fire, fire creates leaders. Start becoming a leader and get this done.
Sorry, I'm sitting there on mute and I'm talking. I'm like, amen. It's like, whoo, for sure. Okay, so guys, what we're going to do now is we want to roll into Activate 90. And we want to talk about how you can implement this, because this is urgent, guys. This is the no resolution revolution, and it means that we're not waiting until January. Corporate has rolled out something really amazing that is going to be starting in January, but you have to qualify for the best parts of it in December, okay? So first of all, Activate 90. It is the no resolution revolution. We want to help people finally accomplish their goals and not have to have them at the top of the resolutions list every single year. Do you know why losing weight or getting in better shape, that type of thing, or making more money is at the top every single year? Is because they fail to accomplish it and create goals, or habits to be able to help them stay there, right? It doesn't become their lifestyle. It doesn't become who they are. And so Activate 90 is going to help people become who they want to be long-term, so that there is no longer a need for resolutions. So this is going to run the 90 days, or 12 weeks time period is going to run from January 12th through April 12th. So we are looking at some significant things going on here. First of all, there is going to be an app-based lifestyle activation experience. It is going to be our LifeVantage app that's going to have some additional upgrades to it. We now have it being accessible for customers starting in January. They will be able to have the same interactions with this 90-day challenge as we are having ourselves. They will use their ID number and their password to log into it, just like we do for our LifeVantage app, okay? So this is going to help drive engagement, product adherence, and proper usage, and education and belief in these amazing products and in their bodies as well. There's going to be all kinds of support for our activation products. It is for consultants and customers, and it is going to be the Activate 90 challenge portion of the app. So the consultant bonus is going to be what we're going to be talking about here in a couple of slides, but I like to call it the Activate 90 bonus and then Activate 90 VIP. So we're going to move a little bit here first of all. So new app features, this is going to be available again for consultants and for customers. It's going to have daily tracking of product usage and activation accelerators. So those lifestyle aspects. So drinking your water, getting your sleep, moving your body, taking your activators, mindset, all of the different things that are part of the activation accelerators is going to be trackable within this app. This is going to be giving us such an amazing way to help our customers have better benefits, as well as encouraging them through your customer support. And it's going to be so easy because now the app's going to do most of the work for you. So Activate 90, there's two different ways that you can participate. First of all, every consultant that has got an order that they run and every customer that has an order, they are going to have access to the Activate 90 app, okay? So every single person is going to be able to do that. They just have to download the app and log in to be able to use it. There's going to be daily tracking activity to earn points, and there's going to be drawings for really cool swag for those people that follow through with their tracking. There's going to be pre-recorded videos with health coaching. There's going to be monthly drawings to win prizes and exclusive app content. Now that's going to be for all customers and for all consultants. Now this is the thing. Do we just want the minimum or do we want the better? We want the better, right? So now for the consultants, you also get the live weekly calls, prizes and extra training, access to a private Facebook group, and recognition, including awards, pins, digital badge, if you do these next things, okay? So the qualifications for all of the extra above and beyond having the app to track your activation accelerators and using your products, we're going to be talking about training calls now and what you're going to get. So first of all, from December 1st through the end of December is the qualification period to be able to get these next portions of the benefits. So for existing consultants, you need to have okay, so to qualify personally enroll, you need to personally enroll 200 in sales volume new with a customer or consultant that has a subscription set up in January, okay? So if you have 200 new enrollment in the month of December and they are set up on subscription, you are qualified to have that bonus, so the Activate 90 bonus aspect. And that is what's going to get you the live calls. You're going to be able to be on there to be able to get your questions answered live. And this is going to be with some really phenomenal trainers. We're going to go over that here in just a moment. Now, if you want the VIP though, and I suggest every single one of you commit to and go for the VIP in December. So basically with this, you're going to be enrolling 600 in new sales volume. And remember, if you do that with 3 consultants that each have at least 200 in sales volume, you're going to get that extra $200 in cash as well. How cool would that to have it for, paying towards that credit card that you're probably putting some gifts on right now, right? So an additional 600 in sales volume, you're going to get access to the live calls. You're going to be able to have your questions answered. You're going to have the app, but you're also going to get Fido Power X for free. You might be wondering, what is Fido Power X? It is the next product that we're bringing over from Love Biome, and we're going to talk more about that here in just a moment. And along with getting that Fido Power X for free, by the way, the company's going to send it to you for free for getting 600 new SV, okay? And then on top of that, you're going to get 10 points for the next Achievers mini trip that they will be announcing at the virtual event in January. And I don't know, I just might know where we're going, but I'm not going to tell you, but you're going to want to go there, especially during the summertime. So with 200, you get access to the live trainings. And with 600, you get that VIP, you get that free Fido Power X, as well as 10 points towards the Achievers mini trip. Now for new consultants, what they need to do is they need to enroll on a pack with 200 SV Okay, so that Healthy Edge Pack's perfect for that, right? And we have several others that have more than 200 SV, but a minimum of 200 SV, and they have to have a subscription set up for January in order for that to qualify them into the first level. So their own enrollment qualifies them into the live trainings that's going to be held weekly. And then the added value, they too need to enroll 600 in new sales volume and have each one of those new enrollments have a subscription set up. And then they too can get the free Phyto Power X as well as 10 points towards the Achievers mini trip. So what is, oh, it says Axio X up there. Maybe that's what it's being rebranded to. It is, just so you know. So Phyto Power X, this is what it looks like from Love Biome's product catalog. And this is what it will look like for those people that earn it for free, okay? We are rebranding it, and its new name is going to be Axio X. But watch this quick, short video. Quick and short means the same thing, so redundancy. Pay attention here. Oh, maybe. Let's see. All right, I am so excited for that product. By the way, they said it's going to be perfect for pre-workout for before a long physically draining day. And they've also said that it is very beneficial for that pre-bedroom interaction as well. So another great reason to be looking for that. So Activate 90, these are the live training calls. And why would you want to be on it? And guys, I really want you to know how important this is and what a FOMO situation you're in right now, because without the 200 in SV, you won't be able to be on these live calls to get your questions answered by these trainers that the company is contracting and paying for you. It would cost you thousands of dollars, like multiple thousands. Like I think Skylar was saying it would be almost 10 grand that you would have to pay in order to be able to get this training for yourself. Probably more than that, he said. So first of all, you're going to get the personal growth. You're going to feel stronger. You're going to be more energized and in control of yourself and your business. And you're going to be the perfect example of the system, right? You are going to become that specimen that people are going to be able to look at and be like, geez, I want to be like him or her, right? The credibility that you're going to have, you're going to feel change, you're going to feel experience, and you're going to have this trustworthy air about you because you truly have the knowledge that other people are not going to have. Your visibility, Activate 90 is going to help you get featured with recognition in the app. On social as well on the LV channels. There's also going to be recognition at the virtual event, or no, sorry, in Vegas at the next in-person event for those people that have participated in these calls. You're going to get access to exclusive groups. There's going to be a Facebook group. There's going to be early access to future programs and the business growth, better retention, stronger enrollments, and higher trust with your prospects. These are all benefits and reasons why you should absolutely get at least that bonus perk of being on those calls live with that 200 new SV. So the live trainings you're going to have, this is just sample weekly topics. There's going to be health coaching. So there's going to be nutrition fundamentals. There's going to be a coach for hydration, daily habits, and personal accountability. I think we could put discipline there too, right? And then business building, how to use these tools to enroll new consultants and new customers, as well as how to maximize benefits of the compensation plan. So we're going to have a lot of outside trainers that the company is going to be contracting with, as well as our presidentials are going to be participating in these live calls to help teach and train us. So what do you get for completion? First of all, you're going to get recognition. You're going to get Activate 90 verified. You're going to have a social media badge to be able to share. There's going to be a physical award to display. So it's going to be cool. If you have one of those shelves that has all of your LifeVantage things on it, you'll be able to put it right there with it. You're going to have recognition at Momentum Academy in Vegas, and you're going to get an exclusive pin. Now, the requirements to be able to earn all of those things and to have completed Activate 90 is you do need to attend at least 11 Activate 90 live trainings. Then you need to track your personal participation in the app using the tracker that they're putting together for us, and submit a short testimonial or reflection of what you experienced during the 90 days. All right, so the no resolution revolution. So what the support and what you're going to know is that they're going to go deep into this at the virtual event. There's going to be all kinds of social posts about it, so be looking for that. You're going to be receiving emails. They're going to do a specific podcast on why you need to be part of this, so make sure you're on the lookout for that too. Product and development, and then we've also got product launches that support activation accelerators. I can't wait, seriously, for FidoX. How about you guys? Are you guys excited for FidoX? And guys, yes, this is just for you building your business. These are rewards that the company is giving you the opportunity to participate in for enrolling 200 in new sales volume. But I'm telling you, you want the 600 because you want that free product, and you also want the 10 points towards the next Achievers trip, okay? And then there's going to be prizes also for participation throughout this campaign. And there's going to be prizes for customers as well as for consultants. You want to make sure that you're reaching out to your customers and letting them know that this is coming and how excited you are to be able to support them at an even higher level, right? So first of all, it's like, let us know in the chat, are you committed? Are you going for 200? Are you going for 600? We want to know, and we want to know in the chat. Because we want to help you be accountable. And yeah, I mean, we all need to be in there, right? Now, last but not least, do you know about the bonuses for this month with the Mind Body System? Because what we have come to find out is that partnering up the P84 with Protandim NRF2 and Mind Body System is helping so many people that were not getting the success previously once we get their gut on track. Okay, so what this gives them is that in the month of December, anyone that orders, puts on subscription, the full Mind Body System, you're going to get that Mind Body System for 20% off. Okay, so if you're just buying the Mind Body System, this is not in any of the packs. This is just the individual Mind Body System. You will get 20% off. And then for the new stack that they've got with this combination, they have brought in Mind Body into the Healthy Edge. So it's Healthy Edge plus Mind Body, and you are getting up to 25% off. So that includes 15% discount that you're already getting off of the Healthy Edge stack, plus an additional 10% discount that you're getting once you add in the Mind Body System. So that makes it a 25% savings on the Healthy Edge plus the Mind Body GLP-1 system. Now, what's really cool, guys, and I want to know in the chat too, are you putting this on your subscription? Because I'm definitely going to go and put this on subscription, because it's not just for December. If you put it on subscription in December, or you have somebody enroll on it in December, their subscription that has that same stack in it in January is also going to get the discount. So for 2 months, we are going to be getting discounts on products that are never discounted. This is huge. I hope that you understand how big it is, and I hope that you're ready to go crazy sharing this out to everybody that you know. I mean, okay, so I'm going to read something to you guys, because on the FAB call yesterday, Brandon Cunningham gave us the best script to be able to use, and I'll drop it in the chat here too, and then I'll drop it into the team Facebook page too, so that they can also grab it there. But to go back to those people that didn't have the results that they wanted with the mind-body system. And so this is what he shared with us that he's using to be able to go back and hopefully reactivate and get them on this stack, the Healthy Edge plus mind body system. Okay. So this is what he is sending out. Hey, I've been reconnecting with people who tried our GLP-1 system before, and your name came to mind. I'm hearing from a lot of past users that what they didn't feel before is now clicking when they pair it with the new P84 microbiome system. Since the gut is such a big part of how the body responds to anything, the combo has made a big difference for them. No pressure at all. Would you be open to hearing what the new challenge looks like? How good is that, right? And that's also something to where you could then introduce them to what's happening with Activate 90. That we're going to help you hold yourself accountable. We're going to help you with all of the things that before we just told you what to do. This time we're going to handhold with you and we're going to do it together. So guys, I hope that this call has brought you some inspiration. I hope that has brought you some motivation. And I hope that you now have the understanding that every rank up is divisible by 2000. And because that's an SC1, right? And every SC1 is divisible by 200. So guys, we appreciate you. We appreciate you being on here with us live. I'm going to stop the recording.